Hey, it's me, MLB. Here is chapter 87 of Heard You Like Me, and this one is titled Mama and Papa. At lunchtime that day, Denki produced the vouchers for the cafeteria and held them up above his head as he walked into the middle of you all as you headed out of the classroom altogether. "Let's have a big feast and share it on the roof," he exclaimed. "Everyone gets something different from the caf today, and we can split the spoils." "Yeah, awesome idea," Sarah said with a grin. "I'm in," Eureka said enthusiastically. "Well, looks like it's been settled then," you commented to Jirou beside you, who nodded and looked up at you with a soft smile. "I don't care what we do or where we eat as long as I'm with you," she thought, and you bent your head down to reply to her comment. "Only a few more hours and then we can be alone in your room, baby," you said lowly. Thankfully, the whooping and excitement from the rest of the class about the upcoming lunch had all of their attentions occupied, so Jirou's blush went unnoticed as he swarmed into the cafeteria area, keen to get some free food. Once you all had your food, you headed to the rooftop as a class, still with your books from the previous lesson, and then sat down there to share everything out. Okay, Denki said as he stood up to command attention. "Now, what did everyone get?" "Sit down, dunce face," Bakugo growled. "Everyone just put your food in the middle, and we'll pick what we want." "I believe we should tell each other the food that we have bought, so we can place the food in groups so that we know how much we have of every option," Ida said with logical authority, chopping his hand as he explained himself. "We could break into groups and share amongst a smaller group," Hagakure offered, raising an invisible hand up from her sleeve. "Okay, hold on," you said as you put your hand up. "So we know there was hot food and then snack food and drinks, yes?" "Yes," the class chorused in reply to you. "Okay, hands up if you got some hot food," you said. 5 of your classmates raised their hands. "Okay, what did you guys get? All the same thing?" you asked. Thankfully, there were 3 of one dish and 2 of another dish, and you nodded your head. "Okay, so let's work out who wants hot food first and then divide that amongst those who want it. We probably should have gotten extra plates and stuff to share," you mumbled to yourself. "I can make some," Momo said as she quickly made some plastic plates from her arm. "Oh, awesome. Thank you, Momo," you said as you took them from her. While you were working out who wanted hot food, you directed Ida to divide up the drinks, and then the snacks food was organised by Momo, and in no time flat everyone had enough food to eat and you're all sitting in a circle eating happily together. "Oh, hey, also," Denki said through a mouthful, hot springs voucher?" "Oh yes, we need to do that. Let's organise for a weekend where everyone is available and go as a class," Momo said. "Seeing as we're all here, let's organise it now." Ida pulled out his diary from his schoolbooks and pushed his glasses further up onto his nose, and then came the task of finding a free weekend that everyone would be available on. The date was picked 4 weeks from then, and you grinned. "That's good. That makes it almost spring, so it won't be too hot or too cold," you said. "We have plenty of time to organise." "Yes," Momo nodded as she wrote something down in her diary. "I'll have a look at the rules of the hot springs, but I have a feeling that we might have to pay for some things. I don't think they'll let us rent out the entire place for free, especially with so many of us." "Like I said, I can chip in. I need to call my folks tonight anyway, so I'll ask them," you said with a smile. "It'll be fun to have a getaway with the whole class, especially since it might be the last time that I get to be with all of them and make memories with all of them," you thought, but you kept that thought to yourself. Jirou, however, was looking at you and noticed an element of sadness on your face as you fell silent, and her heart ached a little in her chest. "I wish I could read Yen's mind," she thought. "Then I would know why she made that face." You heard her and glanced at her, and then forced a smile onto your face and gave her a peace sign. "I'll ask you later," Jirou said in her mind as she kept watching you. She wasn't going to let you off easy. After school that day, you put your bag down in Momo's room and grabbed your phone. "I'm just going to call Mum and Dad," you said as you headed for the door. "I'll ask about chipping in for the hot springs." "Oh yes, thank you. I have the coupon with me, so I'll look over the terms and conditions, but if you could get pre-approval from Auntie and Uncle, I would very much appreciate it," Momo said. "I'll also ask my own father if we can assist in paying as well, if it comes to it." "Okay, awesome," you said as you turned and held up a hand to high-five her. "Teamwork. Okay, let's do this." She smiled and returned your high five, and then you walked out, closed the door, and then headed down the hall, letting your face fall as you did so. "I don't even know what I'm going to say to them," you thought as you headed outside the building. You figured walking around in the fresh air might help you when you spoke with them. Once out on the lawn, you dialed your mother's number and put the phone to your ear. It only rang once before your mum picked up and her excited voice met your ears as she exploded in flamboyant French greeting. Her enthusiasm made you giggle and you replied to her in kind and then switched to English. "How's France?" you asked her. "Are you and Dad well?" We are doing well here, but I do miss you so," your mum said, the longing in her voice evident. "I miss you too, and Dad too," you replied a little sadly. "But I also really love it here. Everyone in the class is so lovely." "I am so happy to hear that," your mum said. "Oh, is Dad there too? I want to talk to him too," you said, hoping you could catch both of them on the phone at the same time. "Oui, he is here. He just flew in from Germany yesterday," your mum said. "Wait, I will call for him." You heard her call out, and then there was a pause as he came into the room to speak. "Is it Yin on the phone?" you heard him ask, and your mum excitedly replied that it was. "Hello, Yin," he said in his warm voice. "Nice of you to call." "Hi, Dad," you replied, feeling a little choked up at hearing his voice. "How was your trip to Germany?" "It wasn't as exciting as I would have liked for it to have been," he replied. "I was mostly in meetings, but it is nice to be back home. You come back in a few months, don't you? Your mother and I miss you around the house. It's very quiet here." You opened your mouth to speak, but the words just didn't come, so you shut your mouth again and hummed. Mum? Dad? You said, pausing hesitantly. Your mum could feel your emotions and asked if you were okay when you paused. Me? Oh, yeah, no, I'm fine, you replied quickly. You really wanted to tell them that you really, really loved the hero course here in Japan and that you were having a great time, but you also missed them, but you didn't want to leave, and it was just too much, and you didn't even really know what you wanted either, so that made it even more difficult to convey your emotions. But you'd paused for too long now, and the silence was making your parents worry, so you had to speak, and soon. There's something I want to ask you, you said quickly. There's a hot springs here, and I want to help pay for the class to go, and... Oh, why didn't you say so? Your dad interjected with a small chuckle. Don't hesitate, he added. If you need money, you tell me how much you need, and I'll make sure it is on the card by tomorrow. How much, 10 grand? 10? You spluttered with surprise. I don't think it will be that much, but... Can I find out first? I just wanted to ask permission first before committing to anything. So I don't know the price yet. But Yin, we are always here for you, your dad said kindly. Always ask anything you want. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. I apologize. It was like a weird fusion French, Germanic-ish something accent, possibly a little bit of Indian in there. Who knows? I'm having a day. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just having one of those days. But I hope that you could get into that chapter. Anyway, that ends, unfortunately, Heard You Like Me for this week. But hopefully I will be on my A game for Zero, and I'm not going to throw in some weird-ass combination accents in that one. Stay tuned for Zero coming tomorrow. See you then.